Welcome back to the Garden Knicks podcast. I'm your host Apollo Reed. I'm here with my brother Andre Jalil, of course. And today
We
we have
outside.
we outside. And today we have Knicks Fans Wilding, the team over here, Triple M and Don Juan. How y'all doing, bro?
Yo, what's going
Doing
on?
well.
Thank you for having us here at Guard Up Knicks.
Of
Get to
course.
meet my brothers. We've been chopping it up for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
So good to be on the show finally.
Mhm.
And yeah, man, ready to talk this Knicks. Is a little quiet season right now, but we gonna make it lit. We're gonna make it live.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's a fact. That's a fact. Thank you for having us. Like
Of
Triple M
course.
said, is an honor to be here. I mean, it's always a good day to talk to some Knicks. I mean, like Mario said too, it's a slow off season. It's a slow part of the off season. So why not chop it up and have a good time with it?
That's right. That's right. And my pleasure, fellas. You know what I'm saying? I love to do this, man. This is what I love to do. I don't
Yo,
really
Paulo, thanks for having me too, man. No, I love you, man. Word.
listen. How about this? Shout out to my brother. I wouldn't even be a Knicks fan if it wasn't for this dude right here. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
word,
Shout
Truth
out
be
to the
oh
big
told,
bro.
word.
truth
Shout
be
out to the
told.
big bro. You
Yeah,
know.
we need that quick story, real quick. Tell us,
Ah,
spill it
just that's
quickly.
Yeah,
that's
go
what
ahead.
we were watching coming up. It was like, yo, this is it. We New
That's it.
Yorkers. This is
That's
what we
it.
watching. I
I,
see your
I I
birthday.
I never forget those days we used to just be sitting in the living room and like what was that 502?
502.
Yeah, 152nd Street. We was up there and I mean I was young. I didn't really know everything that was going
Up
on.
here in Harlem.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Harlem. Yeah,
all
Between Amsterdam
right,
and Broadway.
we moved
all
up.
right. We see
Oh,
you from the
Yeah.
heights right
so,
here. It's a
Oh yeah.
local thing, baby.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Uptown,
Uptown,
where we
baby. Uptown West Side. Yeah. So yeah, man, we definitely been watching the Knicks forever. I mean, like that's something that I don't even remember when I started. That's how long we've been watching the Knicks. So, you know
So
what I
what's
mean?
your earliest memory as a fan?
My earliest memory as a fan. See, the crazy thing about it, I didn't start paying attention until like the end, if not after Ewing. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
Mm.
So like it was when I started paying attention was like the Spreewell years. You know what I'm saying? Like that was when I really started paying attention with Spreewell and Allen Houston was rocking over there and shit like that. But that was me. That was my earliest memory. Besides for like, of course I saw Mace and LJ and Ewan and all of them. But I didn't know what was going on at that point. You feel me?
yeah,
What
facts,
about you,
man.
Dre? What was your earliest memory?
My
I
earliest
mean,
memory, actually, my earliest memory, I was a big Jordan fan.
Hmm.
So I
Which
was
is crazy.
all
A lot of Knicks fans don't like that.
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
fact.
So when I was young, I didn't, Pops wasn't around. It was like I saw Michael Jordan. I thought he was incredible.
Right.
He was an incredible dude. I used to try stuff at when I went to school, and the stuff used to work. And I used to be like Jordan. I remember my friends was all Knicks fans,
Yeah.
and they used to all be screaming. I come to class like if they won, like the Bulls and the Knicks always played in the series.
Always.
They be all screaming in my face. I'd be like, "Yeah, look at you!" It was like we would go back and forth. But then once Jordan left, that was really when I was like the Knicks fan because I was like, I got to go with the whole team. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be
exactly.
like a Bulls fan for the rest. I can't do that.
Nah,
Right.
So I was like, that's when and after that era, like you said, Allen Houston, Spreewell. I remember we lost in the finals to the Spurs. I
Yeah.
remember that hurting. I was like, yo, we got so close. We had Spreewell. It was like that was when it like felt good. Like we had the Knicks. We had LJ. It wasn't supposed to be like that was another team that wasn't really supposed to be that ill, but they got all the way to the finals.
Hmm.
And I just remember
facts.
that being like magical. But that was like the short season.
Yeah, that was a
So
short
that
season.
that
Yeah.
was the shortened
A
season,
lot
and
of
I remember that was like big. That's when I was like proud to be a Knicks fan. That was when like I remember that.
Some good times right there, man.
Yeah,
We got to get back to.
I gotta hear y'all first. Y'all first Knicks memories.
So I mean, for me, I'm gonna show my age. I'm an early '90s baby. So to be honest, when the Knicks hit the finals, I was young. I was young buck. So
Yeah.
if I told you I remember that, I would dead ass be lying to y'all. Like
Same here. Yeah.
I really don't remember much. I remember watching that finals and being hurt too, but I was a kid. I was like, I'm gonna go play with my toys after this L. That's it.
Right.
So I mean, to be honest, my earliest Knicks memories were the dark days, man. That's why I feel like I'm such a passionate fan. I
Yeah.
mean, you talking about Antonio McDyess, Stephon Marbury, the drama with Isaiah Thomas, all
Yeah.
those. I mean, I remember that's when I was like, damn, why do I like this team so much, man? We don't have nothing good, but here I am, and I wrote it out. The mellow year was fun, then it went dark down again, and now we here, man. And I feel like sky's the limit here for the
It
first
started
time.
with Stoudemire. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
When Stoudemire came, it was like, oh, we got Stat, like it's a wrap,
I mean, it was a little disappointing.
It was a little bit
It didn't
disappointing.
turn
That's like
out,
the
it
next
didn't turn out
tier.
the way we had hoped. Yeah,
because we were
But he
supposed to get
bugged out.
LeBron that year, but
It was supposed to be
LeBron. I mean,
LeBron.
he was looking like MVP at one point.
he was definitely an MVP candidate. Yeah,
Right.
at one point of the season, but then
Yeah,
that knee came on, was like, yo, it was good, bro.
What about you, Don Juan?
Yeah, with me, it's almost the same as Triple M, to keep it a buck, because I grew up watching baseball more than basketball. My father's Dominican. He's everything to him is baseball. Like he was convincing me. He was convincing me, like, you should play basketball so it can help you grow. So later on you can play baseball. Like it was like that was his, his method of
his logic is making it work. Word.
But but my Knicks fandom started because I grew up a Kobe fan. That was my guy, and it's somewhat sort of like that Jordan story where, you that hometown team just is always on TV. They're always on the newspaper. They always, they're always gonna be around you because that's the hometown team. The Knicks traded for Marbury. I love Marbury. Marbury was someone that I kind of modeled my game after growing up. And I even bought the sneakers, the Starberries. Like it was a whole fandom. It really grew around that time. Granted, it didn't pay off, but we made a little run first round. Exit got swept, and Marbury, Jason Kidd, point guard battle. It was a little something there too. Like it was some brewing in New York, but it just couldn't get going. Like we were getting some name players, but it didn't pan out. Like Mario said, those were the dark ages, and it seems like that dark cloud is kind of getting away. We had some bright days going up, but and then it went right back to the dark days again. So. Yeah. Thank God we out of there though.
Hopefully. It's kind of the same. It was kind of the same with me because like you said, I was always a Knicks fan, but my favorite guys, Dre, my favorite all-time player, all-time, like we could talk Jordan. Jordan's a goat, we know, but my favorite all-time player was Tracy McGrady. So it was like I went wherever Tracy McGrady went. You know what I'm saying? So even when it came to Kobe, like I hated Kobe because he was his rival. Like it wasn't even like I had a reason to. You know what I'm saying? Like I just didn't like.
I hated Kobe because he was playing just like he did everything like Jordan.
Like Jordan, a lot of people hated him for that too. A lot of people.
I hated Kobe because my man's he used to just bully me at the lunch table. Lakers making finals runs and my Knicks just. Clarence Weatherspoon stunk it up again. You feel me? And Kobe just dropped 81. He just come in swagged out. Kobe just dropped 81.
Crazy. Yo, he did that on my birthday, bro. I gotta live with that for the rest of my life. But I take it because that's cool.
Exactly. That's
history.
Rest in peace.
He did that to Toronto though. That was on Toronto.
That was on Toronto.
Yeah, that was on Toronto.
He came to the Garden and dropped like 60 or 61 or something.
Kobe was on a mission that was I think he was still number 8 at that time too.
Yeah, ever since his 3 air balls against Utah, I think it was, he was on a mission.
Yeah, like that's when the mama awoke and he was like, I can't be playing like this. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. But yeah, like I said, and then it came full circle. His T-Mac's career ended really
with the Knicks. Remember he went to the Knicks?
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, perfect. I ain't gotta go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Right. He left right after that, but it was like cool. I'm good. I'm
for he gave us that OKC game though, man.
Yeah, that OKC game, the first game. It was overtime. I don't know why they didn't play him for the whole time, but they took him out, and then we ended up losing by like 2 points. Like game win. I'm like, yo, Mac would have finished that. But it's whatever, you know what I'm saying? He brought me back home.
In typical Knicks fashion, they always get like the best players when it's like too late, when they always
that was the typical Knicks fashion. You know me, I was hyped because I was like, yo, Mac's in New York. And I'm like, what's really gonna happen? He was like 38 when they his knees was like, yo, bro, hang it up. Like,
his knees, back, all of the above. He was
waiting for LeBron.
He managed to still get a contract after that.
Yeah, somehow. Didn't he end his career with the Spurs?
I think so.
Yes, he ended it with the Spurs. Yeah, and then he didn't play in that finals too against the Heat, which I wish he did. That's when they actually lost. That would have been dope for him to just get that ring and just go off after that. That'd have been dope for him. But things happen the way it does. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the chat. We got the chat in here. We got there goes the Cuzzo. He's here in spirit. You know what I'm saying? John Starks and the boys, he was saying, I guess that's his first memory of the Knicks. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to John Starks.
Word, for sure. Steph never had a team around. He's talking about Marbury. You know what I mean? Shout out to the chat. If y'all in here,
That's a
please,
fact, though.
please hit that.
I
like.
mean, we gave him Steve Francis at one point.
Oh, come on now.
We gave him Eddie Curry.
That was when we
come
had like
on.
8 point guards on the team.
We had mad guards, and who's Isaiah Thomas is giving them them
Yeah.
contracts out.
Yeah, he
Oh,
had like
man.
8 point guards back there trying to
That's
get
a
playing
fact.
time.
Yeah, that was wild. That was wild. But anyway, so we're here tonight to discuss two main things. The first of which being the Knicks over and under from Vegas. They have us at 41.5%. Let's see what we got here. Got us at 41.5%, as you see. So
Is that 41.5% or that's what they saying?
41.5
41.5 wins.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
pardon me. 41.5 wins, and that's tied with the Grizzlies and the Bulls.
Right, we're gonna have more wins than both the Grizzlies and the Bulls.
Word, because I'm thinking of the fact that there's 82 games in the season, and 41 is half of that.
Yeah, sight.
I'm like, I don't know. What about you? What about you, Drake? What you feel about what we're gonna end up in?
Hold on, let me see.
Over under? What you got?
Got 50. We got 50 coming in here. This year.
Damn, 50 wins?
We're gonna do 50. That's how we doing it.
Okay.
I mean, you know,
This is big
Like,
dreaming.
It may have, but let me tell you something. Last year, none of us expected for the Knicks to do what they did last year.
Facts.
And we had the worst point guard on the squad ever. I think we had the worst. I think this dude was worse than Chris Duhon,
No.
Elfrid Payton. He might have been worse than Chris Duhon.
Duhon had 22 assists, man. Don't disrespect the Nick OG right there.
Yeah. So yeah, Elfrid was
We're
worse.
not big fans of Duhon.
I used to call him bum ass Duhon. That's how I call him. But we had the worst point guard I feel like in the league, and then I felt like we had one of the a bench wing.
Mhm.
So now we got a respectable wing. I think we got definitely a better point guard. We may have lost a little bit of defense, and we surprised everybody with a 4th seed, a home seed this past season. So I think if you kind of like, and we kept the nucleus of the team pretty much the same. I think with these young boys and all of that, I think we could do better than 41.5. That's for sure.
Sure.
I think that 50, I might be a little bit optimistic.
For sure.
But we surprised a lot of people last year. I think we all were surprised. I think it's safe to say everyone in this chat right now wasn't expecting the Knicks to do what they did last year.
Nah.
So if we keep it in that vein there, I think that we might do 50. Come on, y'all Knicks fans, stop playing, man. We could do 50 out here, man.
Facts.
Word.
Tune saying 46 wins.
Yo, cut him off. 46. We talking about 50.
Oh man. Here we go. ACC Solution says make that bread on the over.
That's a fact.
I'm with you on that, bro. I'm with you on that. So what about you, Don? How you feeling on that over under?
Yeah, I think they're going back to their ways on the Knicks. They don't want to give them that appreciation. You know,
Still scared.
You know, they're still like, you know, this team is gonna fall off. Something's gonna come up somehow.
And I believe
Still 41, and you know, I take it. I feel like this chip on the shoulder that the Knicks need. I feel like a lot of these players feed off of that. Randall, RJ, Kemba. You know, Kemba. It's funny because I actually went 2 years ago to the Knicks opening night against the Celtics.
Oh wow!
And you know, Kemba had a chip on his shoulder because the Knicks didn't even give him a contract. They didn't even give him an offer or none.
Wow.
But the Celtics were the team that ended up paying him 32 points opening night. And that's something that I'm looking forward in the Garden. But this over under, the way I see it is like, you know, they're expecting Kemba to get hurt. They're expecting someone to come up, whether it's COVID or not. They're not showing my guy some love, and I think that we should at least be, you know, right next to, if not higher than the Celtics, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right in between Celtics and Hawks is where I put them 46, 45. You know, the East, they got better overall. You know, I cannot deny that. I think the Heat, they're another team that they did great in the offseason too, that I'm expecting to be in the thick of things. The Sixers, we don't know, like their offseason kid hasn't really shown us much. They're supposed to move Ben Simmons. Like, could that affect the Knicks even getting a boost? You know, could the Knicks be one of the top teams in our division? Because the division is tough itself.
Yeah.
But the Sixers are a team that I think that they're weak right now. They're vulnerable, and I think the Knicks, realistically, 46 is my cut. 45 point, well, 46.5. Like I said, Hawks and Celtics, and it's for those reasons. I just don't see. I don't see the Knicks being lower than 46.
Yeah.
Barring an injury, of course. We can't get ahead of
Yeah,
myself.
all things considered,
All-
the team is healthy, right?
Hopefully none of that bad juju happens over here. But yeah, what about you? What about you, Mario? How you feeling on that over?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound like a cop out, but to me, the 50 wins is super optimistic, Dre. I like the optimistic. We be wilding over here on Knicks Fans Wilding. We always wilding with our take. But to be honest, it's gonna take how we open the season. I mean, I'm looking at the schedule, the first 10 games. I mean, we have Orlando twice and the Cavs. We gotta take care of business right there. Those are 3 wins we gotta do. And then we mentioned the aforementioned Boston, Philly, and Chicago. I mean, we all play them in those first 10 games of the season. I mean, listen, if we start 7-3 or 6-4, the worst case scenario, I mean, sky's gonna be the limit for us for sure.
Right.
But we got to get off to a good start, barring any injuries. Like you said, beginning of the year, hopefully none of that bad juju comes, and hopefully Kemba shows he got those fresh legs.
Yeah.
Fournier got them fresh legs, and we come back balling. I mean, we see Randall and RJ just every time they put up a video on Twitter, it just caused mayhem. It's just looking so fire right there with the pull-up threes and the crossover.
Yeah, man.
So it's gonna be that first 10 games, to be honest, for me, to see where we at. But if I had to pick right now, I mean, of course I'm gonna go over 41.5. We won 41 games last year, as Dre said, with Alfred Payton and Reggie Bullock as our backcourt. I mean, we're gonna expect more production from year 3 RJ, more production from year 2 quickly, and Randall to continuously show that he's the man. He's that max contract guy that we signed this offseason. So
one of the things you got to consider, our bench is it's a really dangerous bench.
Very dangerous.
You coming out if you got Kemba starting, which I've said before. Then you got D Rose coming off the bench behind him. You got Obi Toppin, who's looking like he's gonna be more confident this year. Quickly does the stuff. I feel like our bench is better than a lot of these teams, and I think our bench, we were scoring 40 points off the bench. Sometimes last season our bench was doing better than our start. Well, again, we had Alfred Payton and Reggie. So our bench was outscoring our starters for some of these. A lot of those games we had comebacks and stuff like that. That was from the bench. So I think this 41.5 is not really considering what our bench can do on any given night. You know what I'm saying? Your starters are going to have to play those minutes to either keep up or to try to get the win against the Knicks. And if Kemba, everybody stays healthy, I can't wait to see what Mitchell Robinson does. I've been high on Mitchell Robinson for a while.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned him yet.
And he's looking bigger. If he's bigger, stronger, and they've been working on his body, that boy could really be dangerous. I don't know what they're going to do about extending his contract or whatever, but that boy, he's already been a problem. And if he was healthy, that series against the Hawks looks a lot different.
For sure.
I think we could definitely get. I think 50 is optimistic. Like I said before, Triple N is optimistic, but it's not impossible.
No, not at all.
No, that's not impossible.
Out of 82 games, it's definitely possible. Man.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to be, I see us being one of the top 4 teams in the East. So if that happens, you got to look at who's the top 4 teams. You got to look at right here. It says the Nets, Bucks.
The Bulls don't scare me. I'm sorry.
I'm not worried about the Bulls. I'm not worried about the Bulls.
The Bulls don't scare me. Raptors, we're about to see what the 76ers going to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Nets, Bucks, 76ers, and then the next team on the East is the Heat, right?
Yeah.
Sixers, we don't know what they're going to look like. They're already talking about Ben. Ben, he really does not want to be there.
Let me tell you something. I watched the video on Ben. I watched all his highlights. One jump shot out of all his highlights. That boy don't shoot.
He don't look for it. I mean,
whatever team, he better go to the Golden State Warriors where they don't need him to shoot.
I mean, yeah, his perfect position, to be honest with you, in all of the NBA is to replace Draymond Green.
They better. No. What's his name? Andrew Wiggins.
No, I'm just saying the role that Draymond Green played.
Right.
That is exactly what Ben Simmons.
But he can't guard people like Draymond, though.
No,
he can't guard the
He defends.
They got him guarding 1, 2, 3.
You see what he did to RJ, man.
Yeah.
But Draymond be guarding centers, though. I mean, I don't really see Ben Simmons guarding centers, though.
No, that's a fact.
Which is weird because
cornerstone on
Draymond
defense,
is smaller than Ben.
But Ben is nice on D too.
Oh yeah, he's an all defensive player for sure.
The only problem,
but he's guarding perimeter guys the entire time, so that's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Draymond's out there guarding forwards and
everybody.
Everybody. I mean, 1 through 5, really.
But let me ask you this.
But the Pacers, before you go, Dre, the Pacers got better too. You know, they upgraded the coach, TJ Warren coming back. I mean, the Pacers were a mess last year because nobody messed with the coach.
Yeah, they got the Pacers above the Knicks right now.
I was about to say that. They got the Pacers above us. Yo, listen, man. All right, so this is my thing.
Pacers is going to be all right, man.
Over. Sure. I think we're definitely over the 41.5.
I
had to put us in a realistic range, given the improvements that the other teams in the East make, because we're going to have to play them, regardless of where we land, we're going to have to play these guys 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
So, last year we didn't beat the Heat, and this is without all the improvements they made this year. So I think that will be a team that we will have some trouble with. I don't think they're going to be smacking us, because even last year, they didn't just obliterate us whenever they played us. You know what I'm saying? It was always a close game. I think all 3 games we played, we lost within 5.
I think RJ missed that layup one game, and I think Randall missed another shot.
Right. None of those games were like out of touch. You know what I'm saying? Like out of range. You know what I'm saying? For us.
There was a bunch of games we were in there. Just imagine if we had like a real point guard. Like the season looks a lot different. That's why I feel like this is a completely different system now.
Or somebody to ease up on the closing for Randall, because I mean a lot of games we just threw it to Randall without
And then Randall's not that guy.
Yeah.
He's not.
I appreciate what he did last season, but he's not that guy.
Yeah, and I don't want people to take that the wrong way. Like, it's okay for Randall to not be the number 1 guy.
Right.
I honestly feel like Randall, given the improvements he's made and the kind of team guy he's shown me to be, I don't think he'd be against not being the number 1 guy. You know,
just consider really quick, right? Every team knew, like what the Hawks did, they knew only option the Knicks had was Julius Randle. Now imagine, you got somebody like you got Kemba Walker out there. Now you can't double him. Fournier's man can't double him. Mm-hmm. So now Randall has the space to actually do what he needs to do on a nightly basis. And I think all of these different these intricacies about the game is what's different for the Knicks this season. Like he was holding that team up last season. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think Derrick Rose came in there and helped out. You know what I'm saying? But I think Derrick Rose held up to his capacity what he could do.
Right.
You know what I mean? He burnt out, but that's why it's good to have 2 point guards like the Pacers, that's almost rude. That's disrespectful to put.
Nah, bro, I really don't see that being rude, man. I think the Pacers are gonna. I mean,
who they get? What the Pacers do?
I mean, TJ Warren was out all year. If you remember at the bubble, he balled out.
TJ Warren's a game changer.
No, but nobody wanted to play for that coach. Nobody wanted to play for that coach. And Sabonis got hurt towards the end of the season. He missed a ton of games towards the end. I had him in fantasy. That ruined my fantasy.
LeVert too was hurt.
And LeVert came back.
Sabonis a hothead. He was getting tight. He was getting fouls, and he was
the only
like
reason why it's hard to give TJ Warren any like definite anything is because he's literally hurt every year. Like every single year he's hurt, and it's not like
that's a fact.
A knick-knack injury. Is like he's out for like
paddywhack
a month or something like that.
That's a valid point.
He's always out for like a month and a half, 2 months. Like this year, like I thought he was gonna come back at some point, and he just never came back. And I'm like, this is not the first time it's happened with TJ, but he's very talented.
But he opted out for that surgery just so you don't have to play for that coach again. Like nobody wants that coach.
Which hopefully that works out for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because especially a lot of
not though. We don't need the Pacers to be better.
not for us. I mean, not against us. I still don't think that they'll beat us. I think what will keep us ahead of a lot of these teams in the Eastern Conference is the fact that we have Tom Thibodeau. Just strictly off of that. I think I have confidence in him as a coach in terms.
Don't let State be in the chat room listening to you.
Oh no, you already know how State goes. They don't hear nothing about Tom Thibodeau. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said to State, actually, he's the best coach we've had outside of Woody within the past 20,
since Woody.
20 years.
Yeah,
it have to be at least 20 years.
You can go back to Van Gundy.
Yeah, I'm about to say Jeff Van Gundy was the last good coach we've had outside of Woody. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Do you think this list is a little bit rude, but they got the Hawks and the Celtics above the Clippers in total win?
I mean, remember Kawhi's out.
Clippers, Kawhi's out for a little bit in the beginning.
West is a gauntlet out there at the West.
The Warriors are coming back. You know what I'm saying? You got Klay Thompson back this year.
Yeah, because the Lakers are supposed to be spent. If the Lakers don't finish with 65 wins this season.
Damn.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that to the Lakers. I'm gonna see the Lakers having about like 49.
Yo, what they doing? What they doing? They better get 70 wins. I want
I
to
don't
see.
care what they do.
That's
I
tough.
don't care what they
If
do.
the year was 2012, it would be
Yeah,
happening.
maybe.
Word. I don't care what they do in the regular season, as long as they get my boy Melo a ring in the postseason. That's all I care about. You know what I'm
They
saying?
got the Nets. They got the Nets, the best team in the
If
NBA.
Lakers versus Nets, you know who I'm going for. Melo.
For sure, hell yeah.
I'm going for the
No
Lakers.
questions asked.
I'm going for Melo. That's
No
it.
questions
That's all I'm
asked.
going for.
I just want to see James Harden back up all that talk. That's all I want to see.
We all want to see it. We still waiting.
Hey, man.
that boy
It's
collapses
a reason
every
why
day.
the Garden, every time the Knicks win, they chant, "We want Brooklyn." We not scared of Brooklyn. You feel me? They might have the star power, but we gonna see them. We just
Yo, can
gonna
you imagine how exciting Kemba Walker and Kyrie Irving going against each other is going to be? Like these
Yeah.
games, I'm excited off that. Like the
Exactly.
Garden is going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The Garden, we finally got a point guard that we're going to be excited to see.
Your
Facts.
chat is
Yo,
crazy.
I
Hold up, Chris.
can't wait.
Oh my God.
Your boy Izzy Black in the chat over there talking about it. He said Ben is long. I was like, we're gonna have to mute him.
Hey,
Yo,
hey, yo, what do you mean by
He
that?
getting
I
50
don't
wins.
know what he was meaning.
50 wins.
Trying to move right along. Look, Ben is long.
Hey, yo, what's going
What's
on?
going on over here?
good.
After
Say something about his
hours.
wingspan and
After
stuff.
hours.
Jesus.
After hours, man. We have to have these right now.
I was
UK after hours.
gonna say got up Knicks after.
Have
Late
these
night.
right now.
Ooh, boy. Yo, y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. So
Starring
yeah,
Izzy
man.
Black. Word.
Yeah, man. Mitch is gonna go off this year. I'm excited because that's something that we definitely missed. I don't think we realized how much Mitch was a huge part of what we had going on last year. You know what I mean? And before he
For
went
sure.
down. Also, we started the season. I hear myself.
Yeah, you got a little echo.
I got a little echo. I don't know where it's coming from. But yeah, I think I should be good now. But we started the season pretty decent, and then we got Derrick Rose. You know what I'm saying? And that's what really pushed us up to that next level because then Obi started playing better. Quickly started playing better after we got D Rose. So
Burks started saving us.
yeah, Burks a little bit better. And so I think there's an aspect to having all of these guys at the beginning of the year, especially Mitch, who we've seen he's guarded guys at the perimeter. Then he's in the paint, and then he's back at the perimeter trying to, contest the three. I just think there's a lot that this team can bring that we still haven't seen yet. You know what I'm saying? Even guys that we've already had. But that's just my opinion. So we're gonna move on real quick. The next thing that I do want to talk about is there was a list of the top 10. I think I got it right here. Hold on. The top 10 shooting guards in the NBA. And that was by, is it Hoops Hype?
Hoops Hype, yep.
Yeah, Hoops Hype. Hoops Hype was talking about that.
Oh, shooting guards.
We know it's not Bleacher Report because they wouldn't.
Yeah, they trash my mans. We already know. They don't like us like that. So here's the top 10. So it's weird because we went from the other list where we don't really get a lot of respect. You know what I'm saying? From and hold on, my bad. Izzy, we was messing with you, bro.
No, we not, Izzy. You messing with us.
You say
the
arms is long. That's what you're saying. Like, we got you. We from New York. We got to get you, bro. But like we were saying on the last topic, the Knicks really never get a lot of respect. You know what I mean? And this is the first time.
Okay, so let me ask you.
Top 10 anything that RJ or anybody on the Knicks was included in anything respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you like the list. You respect this list.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. I think I would swap RJ with Karras. That's just my opinion. I mean, talent-wise, I think Karras is nice. Don't get me wrong. Karras is wild nice. But injuries and I think a little bit of the empty stats thing, you know what I'm saying? I think RJ is a better two-way player. Karras doesn't really play a lot of defense. I think they doesn't play into it. But I'm even at number 10, I'm fine with RJ being there because he was included. So you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. How about y'all? Mario, how you feel about the top 10 RJ being included in there?
I mean, to be honest, bro, it's just you know how we do Knicks fans. I mean, we can't say this man's number, but his name, but his number rhymes with mix. You know, it was that number 6, that guy. We rode for him for a long time, you know, and now we hate him. So anybody who
You talking about
puts
the first
on,
transgender dude in the NBA?
huh?
The first transgender dude in the NBA?
Yeah, the
Okay.
first transgender dude in that. Yeah, yeah, crazy. But I mean, when Knicks fans wanted him on every list for sure. So here, having RJ here at 10, I mean, I'm fine with it. Of course, like you said, maybe we could switch him for Karras, but Karras be balling where he played. Clay Thompson hasn't played in 2 years, so we got to see what he comes back with.
Facts.
But it's just to be like, I have such high expectation for year 3 RJ because I just be all day just looking at stats and numbers of players before him. The kid is 21 years old. I mean, he is just coming to his own. He be bodying people
Yeah.
at his age right now. He's still he's a baby right now. You feel me? He's still growing into his body. So for him to continuously grow and develop, we saw the elevation he took from year 1 to year 2. So I'm thinking year 2 to year 3, just more elevation. His shots got to become more clutch. The field goal percentage got to keep going up. The 3-pointers got to keep being knocked down. And he has a point guard, as Drake keeps mentioning all day. I mean, playing with Alfred Payne. I remember I had a video. RJ was just in the corner like this, hands up, and Payne just looked at him. Yep. Still went to the goal, missed the layup, and that happened a lot this season. I mean, you don't even want to go down court sometimes if you know your point guard's not going to look for you because Payne only looked for Randall a lot of time. Yeah. So I'm fine with this list. I would have to really look at other shooting guard positions to see who was left out. Who do you think would be left out of this list?
I think C.J. McCollum. You got C.J. McCollum.
He's there. 7.
DJ's there.
He's number 7.
Paul George. What position is he playing?
Nah, he a 3. He a 3. I mean,
Jaylen Brown is up there, right?
He's a 3.
And Jaylen Brown, they got him playing the 2 or the 3.
Yeah, I mean, Jaylen Brown is technically a 2 in that Celtics, so that's debatable. I mean, you got Bogdanovich from the Hawks. I mean, he's not really.
I think if Jaylen Brown is there, he'll be higher than most of those guys. He'll probably be at 6.
If Brown was there, he definitely would be at least at 6, right? He'd be above Shea. Definitely put him above Shea shot.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they didn't consider him.
They got them both up there. I'm about to be like,
question: do y'all consider Shai a point guard or shooting guard?
We don't know what OKC doing. We all confused with OKC, man. We don't know what they're doing.
Whether it comes to positions or picks, we don't know what the hell they're doing.
And I mean, the NBA is going to this, positionless basketball. So it's real hard to determine what position he actually plays because sometimes, if anything, he's more of a combo guard. So yes, he can play point guard. Yes, he can play shooting guard. It's more the fact that who else is going to be there next to him? Is it going to be a playmaker? Is it going to be just a shooter? Then he's the point guard just by default. Yeah. But I personally think he's more of a combo guard. Right?
Yeah.
If you look at
combo guard.
If you look at, I looked at the top shooting guards on the ESPN, and they did the PER rating. If you went by the PER rating, they got RJ Barrett at number 35.
Oh, I mean, we know how that goes. They're
going by numbers. I don't think they just did it by the PER. You can see it, by
PER doesn't necessarily include defense neither. So I mean, it's like I said, it's give and take with a lot of that stuff.
Because there's a lot of people that I wouldn't pay. They got Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio is 34 on that list. So I'm already looking at like, all right.
Throw that list right in the trash.
Yeah.
Wait, is that out of shooting guards or is that out of all players?
That's out of shooting guards.
Ricky Rubio.
So Drake, give us the top 10 then, real quick.
I mean, I think this top 10 is pretty accurate.
Let me hear that.
No, theirs. He was
theirs on here. They got pretty much what they got. James Harden, Bradley Beal, Shai, Zach LaVine, Donovan Mitchell, C.J. McCollum, Paul George. So because as far as I believe, Paul George was a shooting guard. Jaylen Brown, Devin Booker, and Karis LeVert.
Okay.
And after that, just for context, number 11, Bogdan, 12, Terry Rozier, 13, Fred VanVleet. I thought he was a point guard. They got Evan Fournier at number 14, but this is based on the PER numbers.
Yeah. This is
I
weird.
mean, yeah, Kyle Lowry was playing point at Toronto, so yeah, Van Fleet could be a
Right.
shooting
They got Jeremy Lamb. They got Emmanuel quickly at number 17, but again, it's PER.
Wow.
They got Jeremy Lamb at 18, but this is based on the PER.
Yeah, it's like minutes
a lot more
played.
context.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of things that go into that.
Position. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a lot
there's
of
a lot that go into
Performance plus the minutes, you know.
RJ was out
definitely
there.
played a lot of minutes out there.
Was out there playing 43 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
The PER is
But,
not
you
going
know,
to be great. Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Cat. No, for me, I'm not that big on RJ Barrett yet.
Mhm.
I think he got a lot of potential.
Okay.
But there was games he disappeared, he vanished. There was games he didn't finish the game, and coach pulled him out. Took him out of the game in the fourth quarter, and he let Quickly finish, or he let Burks finish, and for him to actually earn these spots, you know, they had him out. What did they have him out? They left him off that list. They did.
Top 22-year-olds, under 22.
Yeah, you know, they left
top
on
25, under 25, I think, or something.
Yeah, so sometimes it's arguable. Like, he's on my team, and I love him. I love the Knicks and all of that. But sometimes I look at it, and, you know, later in the season he could shoot. Before that, he was bricking from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that he's got a lot more. He's got a lot of game to work into. I think he's still going to be a good player. How good he's going to be is up to how he plays.
I mean, yeah, bro. It's New York, baby. It's like you look at other players. I like looking at his comparisons. Like Jimmy Butler, he struggled his first 2 years.
Right.
Or Bradley Beal, he wasn't nothing his first 2 years.
Yeah. Right. I don't even think Jimmy scored 10 in his first 2 years.
Yeah, so it's like we're harsh here in New York, and we're demanding.
But you can see the potential.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that's what I see. Like for RJ Barrett, so when they leave him off a list, I see why. With my critical eye, I see why they do that. If I'm not looking at it like, yo, it's the Knicks, it's whatever, I can see what they're doing with RJ Barrett. I think RJ Barrett is a little bit slow.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, it's Knicks fans, because I got friends. I got a friend of mine who say he'll take Kevin Huerter over RJ Barrett. He'll take Anthony Edwards over RJ Barrett. I mean, it's just Knicks fans, man. They just be demanding right now.
I mean, like I was saying before, I would take Zach LaVine over RJ Barrett.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
but Zach LaVine is also more accomplished. He's got more time in the league.
Yeah,
I think if RJ Barrett 4 or 5 years in the league, I think we pretty much know. But there's a lot of guys. If you look like Giannis, Giannis was always nice, but he kind of stepped into a place where he's just unguardable.
Oh, of course.
There's nothing that you know. Now you see it.
But it took him a while though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He developed.
If you look at Levine's second year, he wasn't great. You know what I mean? I think wasn't that the year that he tore his ACL too?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
He picked up a little jump shot.
Yeah, he picked up. He had holes. You know what I mean? You talking about holes in someone's.
He still can't play D, so that's another thing on Zach.
Right. But you see where he is, where they put him in the league. You know what I'm saying? The importance in terms of shooting.
I mean, I
don't know if Zach gets the 5 spot though. I don't know about that.
Yeah, right. I don't know about that.
You could drop him down to that 8. You putting him above Klay Thompson? I'm not 100% sure.
We got to see what Klay got.
Yeah, exactly. You got to see what Klay got. I think this is taking 2 years.
Or CJ McCollum.
Yeah, CJ.
Nah, I feel like I put him over CJ, especially after this season, man. Zach LaVine
CJ did bad this season. I don't know what happened to him.
I think Zach just has more star power than CJ does.
Exactly. Yeah, he's more like the go-to guy.
Yeah, when you could dunk on people like that, I feel like they always give you a little extra.
And that's what you could say is what RJ is missing. That's why he don't get that credit. Because sometimes I feel like, people, the first thing they gotta say about him is that he's not athletic. He don't got that bounce. He don't.
That's what I said. He don't got the bounce. He's not fast. So but he's strong as shit.
He's not flashy. He's very quiet.
He's strong as shit. He finishes at the rim.
He
finishes strong. He gets up there
when he makes it. So he misses a lot at the rim.
Yeah,
I mean? He misses a lot. So and like I said,
better. Yeah.
Once
he has to work on his right hand. Actually, now that we on the topic, real quick. Let's see, really quick. There's some footage of these open runs, right? We had talked about.
Man, don't show me that.
You got footage? Let me see. I ain't seen none of that.
Oh man, don't show me some RJ Barrett footage.
Hey,
man.
let me tell you this. I
got too excited with RJ Barrett.
Come on, let me tell you this. Because last year, hold on, Cap.
I wanted us to get it out first. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Cap. Don't play nothing. Because you know what they do every year. They got these dudes in the gym. What they did, Mitch. And Mitch is knocking down 10 3-pointers in a row.
Difference. Huge difference. Mitch is in the gym with a bunch of kids. RJ with a bunch of NBA players.
Was that the joint you played the other time when they showed that they was
yeah, but this is open run number 2.
Oh, it was today, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Let me
man.
see. Let me see now, because you know what they do
let's
off
see.
season.
They
And
got
then
they got
get-
they got the runs and all of that.
with the
So
Okay.
Pumas on. Let me see. He got the Pumas.
Let's see. Throw that on.
Who was that?
Okay, pull up.
Okay, RJ.
you know what I mean? Who's that? That's Bradley Bill right there.
Bradley.
Number 2 on the list.
Yeah, right. Right, Kelly
He was
Oubre.
like the top scorer this past season.
Okay.
Kelly out here just try to look nice.
Okay, Spencer Dinwiddie. What's this? Oh, okay, that
Oh,
ACL
Dinwiddie
looking
better.
good.
Dinwiddie better now.
Everybody talking about his ACL.
ACL looking good.
There you go, Jason.
Yeah,
That's
man.
where
That
you need to go at.
okay. That's the athleticism we talking about.
Pull up 3.
Okay, pull up 3. Oh,
Pull up 3 on him.
chill.
Hey, I just want to just be that confident. That's what I want. That confident.
Yo, bro, yeah, trust me, there's a lot more coming of those.
Oh
He was
man.
letting them go tonight. He was letting them things go.
That's what I like to see. Man, that's the confidence it's showing.
Mm-hmm.
He knows he can hang now with the big boys.
Yes, sir.
It's only year 3.
Now this dude's gonna be nice. Jason Tatum's gonna be nice as hell.
Yeah, I mean that's why Boston is just always gonna be trouble, man. He
And
could
that's
take
another
over
guy
a
we could
game.
look at his stats and look at side by side to RJ and
Actually,
to see that
they said
RJ is still in track to be a good player.
Oh, there you go. Let me see.
Okay. Wait.
with the right,
right?
with the right. Good pass, RJ.
Okay.
Did I just see a righty layup?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I tell you.
Oh nah, that's it. Yeah, we gotta look, we gotta stop disrespecting RJ. Start talking MVP with him.
Yep. Don't start with State because you know State gonna have you talking about Hall of Fame already.
It's time to start talking MVP for my man RJ with that righty layup, man.
What I did hear though, I heard that RJ was going at Jason Tatum a lot.
Nice.
That's fire.
Look at that.
Nah, he looking good right
Yo,
there.
if he comfortable like that with them threes, here, go look at him. Upset.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh. All right, that's it, fellas. The night is
Yo,
over.
he
I'm
shot
gonna go
that
watch
with his
these
right
videos.
hand too.
Come on, man.
He
Come
doing
on,
jumpers
man.
with his right hand.
Oh,
He
nah.
doing everything. He doing everything. Listen,
That look nice. That look nice. If you do
MVP
that,
candidate, Knicks winning 55 games and challenging Brooklyn.
yeah, dude, I'm trying to tell you.
Yo, I'm telling you, the kid is gonna be good, man. There's a lot that he has to obviously that clearly he made the improvements on. He has a lot of room to grow still. You know what I mean? He still looks a little. The only thing about RJ for me,
always stiff.
is he has that stiff kind of movement, but he's still like agile. It's like a stiff, agile kind of movement. It's
I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But if there's one thing I know that RJ, like Izzy said right here, is mental. He's mentally sound. You know what I'm saying? He has his dad played in the league. His dad has played all over the world. His godfather is Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying? I think he has a lot of the right people in his ear, and he's had them in his ear at a very young age, which is why mentally he's just a lot more tougher than anybody he's ever really played around, especially in his earlier years. That's why even now, at 21 years old, you don't really see him out there drinking like a lot of these guys are taking pictures, doing all the kind of flashy stuff. He's in the gym. That's all RJ cares about is basketball. You know what I'm saying? He knows where he was drafted. He knows in terms of the number. He was drafted number 3. He knows where he was drafted in terms of New York. He knows, you know what I mean? His father, I think it was saying his grandfather always wanted him to play for the Knicks. Like, I think this means a lot more to him than we're giving him credit for. And even his fans, the guys that like RJ, you know what I'm saying? I think that especially the way he lost in the playoffs, that kind of pain, that don't leave you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what people remember. Nobody's going to talk about what you did during the season. That all the 40% from 3 didn't do nothing for you in the playoffs. So it doesn't matter to him. You know what I'm saying? None of that matters to him. He's focused on changing that. And, I want to see some improvements in his game in the regular season, but I really want to see playoff games. You know what I'm saying? I want to see playoff RJ and Julius. That's why I want to see them make those improvements, because if you can lock in mentally and be ready for playoff games, regular season feats and awards is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like All-Star game, like you know what I'm saying? Like that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't make the peak the All-Star game. I want to see you get deep in the playoffs because that'll give you that confidence to consistently be in the All-Star game because you're not really gonna be in there doing the wrong shit. You know what I mean? You're gonna be doing what you're supposed to be doing every game. You know what I'm saying? But how y'all feel about what y'all seen or anything on this? You start with you, Triple M. You look like you got something to say.
Come on, bro. I said it all already. I mean, we gotta start talking MVP, All Star, Most Improved. Nah, but on all seriousness, though, obviously the playoffs, but that's such a long time away. We just gotta.
Right.
What I'm mainly looking for RJ, to be honest, is that. I mean, just freestyling off the top of my head, we touched on that Heat game where he missed the layup to win the game. That Timberwolves game where Anthony Edwards was talking crazy, like we'll let RJ shoot that. I want to see his clutchness step up this year. You know, with the pieces around him, he should be able. When we need a bucket, we can go to RJ Barrett. You know, either with the three or get to the paint or draw a foul, whatever it is. You know, so he averaged about 17 last year. So hopefully he could get that into the 20s this year, realistically, and more assists, keep that field goal and that 3-point percentage up. You know, nothing too crazy because the Knicks, we talked about it a lot this episode, improved on all aspects. You know, Kemba is a scorer. Alfred Payne was not a scorer. He was not getting you buckets.
No.
Fournier is a scorer. Reggie Bullock was shooting a couple threes, and he was not getting buckets. So realistically for RJ, the points will fluctuate every game because sometimes Kemba might have the hot hand or Jules might have the hot hand or even Fournier might have the hot hand. So for RJ, what I'm really, really looking for in year 3 is that clutchness when the game matters in the regular season. Because we talked about it, it's going to be a dogfight here. The East is tight, man. The East is tight. Talked about the Celtics, the Hawks is going to be there, Pacers. So RJ, he's a difference maker for this Knicks team. So for sure, year 3 RJ. I'm excited for year 3 RJ.
Yeah,
fact. What about you, Don?
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I mean, I feel like the players we added are to really maximize the true potential that these guys have. Randall, Quickly, and RJ, and Mitch too. Because really, you know, if it wasn't for him missing last year, it would have been even a better finish to the season. Just because we would get that practice that, you know, they didn't have a summer league, they didn't have a proper training camp that Quickly could have worked some. You know, just that chemistry on the floor where, you know, Mitch, he's not the most dynamic offensive player, but you know, if he's a crazy runner to the hoop, it's gonna be tough to block that pass when you're throwing it so high for him to slam it. And it takes some time to develop that chemistry, to know where to put the ball, to know how this guy works. And you didn't take advantage of that last year because of the injuries. And you know, now with Mitch, now we bring actual point guards that aren't looking to just score or just give it around. Now we actually got a point guard that is not selfish. I mean, not point guards, even just players, because Fournier ain't selfish at all. We bring the guys back. I mean, the chemistry in the bench, you see it. I mean, the guys came back for a reason. It's because they really enjoyed playing with the Knicks. The attitude, as well as the opportunities. You know, barring the injury, I still think we have a next man up mentality where we're going to step up and take care of you, don't worry about it. Last year we tried doing that and it was a little painful to watch at times, but now with the bench that we have and we still got them rookies back there that if anything they could show up as well. I mean, we got a formidable team, and I think RJ, considering that he is the third pick, you know, the sky was the limit for him, and I still think it is.
Yeah,
it's just for a shooting guard position. Is hard to really find yourself when you don't really have the ball. He grew up mainly being the star player everywhere he went. And Duke, you know, he after Zion got hurt, it was his show. Some people, you know, take you know, cut him. I mean, they blame him for, like, let's say like a Cam Reddish not really blowing up in Duke, but you know, unfortunately, that was the game plan. And RJ, I think that he showed a lot of his playmaking skills that I think with like a guy like Kemba, guy like Fournier around him, and Randall as well. We're gonna see even more to his game, from the playmaking to efficiency, because a lot of his problems as well his first 2 years was efficiency. started off bad last year, but his rookie year, I mean, free throws missing left and right, field goals low. Like
Yeah, free
he's
throw.
clearly knows what he needs to work on every summer. He's doing that. And this year, I think, I mean, I wouldn't say MVP, but I'll definitely say 20 points. All he needs to do is hit a couple more free throws and make one more layup than he was making last year. He's already there. So I truly see it as possible. I thought last year was going to be his 20-point year, but seeing the steps that he's taken and like the footage we just saw, he's working with stars and all-star players, like the top of the top players in his position. He's playing with this summer, and what's his name, Drew Hallen.
Drew Hanlon, yeah.
Drew Hallen, he trains Beal and Tatum. So I'm pretty sure he's taking things from their game and instilling them in RJ's game as well. So I mean, I'm excited to see year 3 RJ and hopefully he's an all-star, maybe all-star consideration, injury replacement type of year. But I really see him blossoming this year even more.
Yeah, man, I'm excited, especially because last year I always harp on the fact that he didn't have a great off season because COVID. No one really had a good off season. But you know what I'm saying? It's not an excuse. It's just this development that he unfortunately missed out on. You know what I mean? Not being able to play with certain players and having these kind of open runs and playing with guys like the Black Ops things that they was doing a couple for the past few years with Chris Brickley. He needs that kind of excuse me. He needs that kind of activity. He needs that kind of connection with these guys to see how hard these other guys are working. I always said that Kevin Knox needed that. Knox needs to see what guys that he wants to be at that level are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't know how Knox can get that experience any other way. He's not going to get on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think any other opportunity you have to get on the floor with the guys that should be at the level you want to be at, you should take that. You know what I'm saying? So, I whatever. Knox is another podcast.
That's another show, man. It's a whole new show.
But Dre, how you feel about that situation real quick?
RJ Barrett.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I just think that you can't give him like killer instinct. I think I want to see him finish at the basket, finish strong, and I need him to knock down his free throw.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge part. If you look at somebody like James Harden, he gets 24 points from free throws a night.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can knock down your free throws, and it affects the way you go to the basket if you confident in your free throws. Like if you look at quickly, he's always trying to draw the foul because he knows he could hit his free throw. But when you have guys like like a Reggie Bullock who knows he's not that good for, not that Reggie Bullock is or not, but a lot of guys who can't shoot free throws. Ben Simmons. He doesn't want to go to the basket. Like if he knows there's traffic in it, go in there, finish, hit your free throws, knock down some 3-pointers. I think that's all because if he could have some handle, I don't know if RJ Barrett is going to be one of those guys that has like a handle that could take anybody off the dribble. But
like I said, he's whatever he's going to be. I think it's going to be in the realm of a Kawhi-ish kind of look.
Right, because he's great at defense. He's good at defense. I think he can create offense by playing some defense. Which he's done. But free throws, knocking down like he showed in this clip here, confidence at that 3-point, knocking down that jumper.
Off the dribble, I love that.
Yeah, off the dribble or however he creates. To be that shooting guard in this league, man, you got to be formidable. You got to be scary. Yeah. So I want to be scary. I want dude scared to foul him because he's going to knock down his free throw. He can knock down the 3. He could get in the paint, finish at the basket, left hand, right hand, whatever it is. Okay, that's all he needs, and consistency. If I can sum it up to one word, consistency.
That's a fact, bro. 50 wins is gonna take us to 50 wins. Dre, where you got us finishing in the East, man? 50 wins right there. You got us top 3?
Oh, I got us. I think we could do 4th seed again.
4th seed with 50 wins. So you think 3 teams is gonna win 50 games?
Nah, 50 games is a lot. So if we get in 50, we got to be top 3.
So all right. If we could be a little bit more realistic with it, like let's say what's the Nets going to get this season?
52 if they healthy. 52, 53 if they healthy.
If they healthy, 60. If they healthy, they got 3.
If they healthy, they should be around 60. Yeah.
And so the Bucks would be not far behind them.
Yeah,
right. 59.
So if the Nets and Bucks is let's say if they're 55. is 50, almost 60. One of them, and then who we got after them? I don't know if it's going to be the 76ers anymore.
Yeah, I don't know about the Sixers.
Because if let's say the Sixers do this trade with Golden State, and now you got Wiggins, are they as formidable as they were?
Hell,
I don't think they're gonna do that.
they're not gonna do that.
I'm just saying. Like, who would they get where they get to keep that spot?
I saw interesting. Well, they just swapped Simmons for CJ earlier today. They were talking about.
I don't think that's gonna happen either. But I don't know. Is CJ gonna take him to that? Like if they CJ could at least CJ could shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? CJ can shoot and he can handle the rock.
That's a weird move where they can get someone who's not as good as Ben, but actually turn out better.
But hold up, real quick before we get carried away. So like the third team, maybe that's when we drop down to 50, 51, 52, 2 games. Who's that? Is that Miami Heat?
Miami.
52, 53 games, and then where we at? 50, 49, 48. You know what I'm saying? Or the Hawks.
Hawks, yeah. The Hawks are gonna be there for sure.
So I think like if we could be a little more realistic, let's say if we do 47.
Okay, I see that. I can see that.
46, 47. You know what I mean? And we get the 4th seed.
I'm definitely in that 43, 47 range for sure.
Yeah, and I don't think what I like about the Knicks team, again, we have this bench that I think that when people look at the squad, they look at the starters, but we got like an ill bench.
Yeah, it's just highlights. I'm gonna let that run.
If the guys are healthy this season, I think that we could get in there. We play defense that we've been playing it. We knock down our free throws. That was the other one we saw because he kind of.
It's a fact though.
Back in there.
The bench, built us out a lot of times last year.
I'm just let those run. It's just strictly the RJ highlights. I'm gonna just let it run.
Let it run. Let Dre see that a little more time like that. Dre, you see?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's not like you coming along, but slow.
Look at
consistency.
But slow. We gotta walk them there.
Was that a James Harden step back?
Let me ask you something.
The James lefty side. This joint right here. Hold on, not this one. The next one. This joint right here. Hey, come here real quick. Side step. Hey, give me that.
He didn't need the side step. He just felt like doing it.
He just felt like doing it. He's like, real quick.
Let me ask you this, Kat. Was he doing? Were they doing this last season? Where they were playing other NBA players?
They couldn't. They couldn't.
Yeah. COVID. Yeah.
Oh, so that's a good sign. I like it.
I mean, apparently the Nets were on low, but yeah, that's another story.
I like it then. I like this because this right here is what you need. But like I said, I think you touched on that Triple M. I think that I think the playoffs is important. That's why I wanted them to go deeper because I want these young boys to get that experience.
Yeah, it was tough, Year one for them. Mm-hmm. You mentioned it earlier. Nobody expected that. So for even them to get into the first round, they obviously they got gobbled up by the pressure for sure. It was tough.
Yeah.
They had nobody to score. They had no scorers.
I feel like the fans played a part though too, because it was like a week prior to the playoffs, they started letting in like 2,000 fans. 2,000
fans, yeah.
I mean, I went down to Atlanta for Game 3. Man, they was getting at Randall with the overrated chants.
Oof. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't. See, I live down south. I live in Charlotte, so I was thinking about going. My wife and I were actually looking at the tickets. Yeah. We didn't end up going. I'm just glad I didn't because I don't know if I'd have been able to handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was tough.
I get a little emotional when it comes to basketball. You know what I'm saying? So
leave him alone. Leave him. Stop.
I'd have left. I'd have been there. I'd have like the dude throwing.
Oh man.
So we're going to Charlotte this year? What's up? I'm here. Man.
I ain't going to Charlotte.
I'm trying to hit some road games.
We got the garden right here.
I ain't even trying to come down.
We got the good old garden right here. What we going down to Charlotte for?
Yo, the road games be lit, man. The road games.
Road games can be fun.
And Knicks fans show up too, so that's another thing.
I went to a Knicks game in DC one time.
I'm trying to go there this year.
They got a bunch of fans over there.
Yeah.
Knicks fans be everywhere though.
Yeah, that's right.
At the Hawks game, they had a bunch of.
Yeah, we was all down there. A lot of us was down there. We took over the bar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Every time I'm at a Knicks game over here in Charlotte, there's more Knicks fans in the area than there is Charlotte fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I haven't seen it this year because LaMelo Ball's gonna bring out a different crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like they happy they got somebody that's theirs. You know what I mean? It's you can't stop it, bro. Charlotte is
We got you down there.
I was just gonna say they got you.
They got me, but I ain't gonna front. Izzy is also down here. My in the chat. I want to start doing some word. Shout out Izzy. I want to start doing some events where we start like watching the game at the bars or something like that every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Whatever fans are down here in Charlotte.
Nah, for sure, bro. You should.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You good? What are you making a face for? You good?
Because you said Izzy down there. Izzy was over here talking about what's long and all that. Now you
now you want to go to the bar.
I don't know what's going on down there. Sweet Jesus. We talk about Izzy down here.
Oh man, what's going on? The Afties is lit tonight.
I keep that down there, man.
I'm good, yo. Pause. That works. Is that good for you, Dre? Pause. My bad. Hey.
All right. Yeah, pause for your boy or something.
Yeah, pause for whatever, man. Listen, man, yo, this was dope, man. I definitely it took about a week. You know, I don't like waiting. You know what I'm saying? I said stuff like, let's do it tomorrow, bro. But you know what I'm saying?
When camp start?
I think camp starts September, end of September.
Yeah, end of September.
September 28th, I think it was.
Man, that's too far away.
That's too far.
Yeah, we got
nothing to talk about. We got to start rambling.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly why I'm glad that we didn't rush the show. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We waited a week and like 1 or 2 things came out and it was like perfect. You know what I'm saying? So
I want to do another one after we see what the 76ers is going to do.
Yeah, we're going to do a bunch, man. This was definitely dope. This was great crossover. The chat was lit. So, Knicks Fans Wilding, we just starting up too. So, to meet up with you, guard up. Hey, good looking for my man Dre now. And we was missing your cousin too. I know Stay be on this all the time and Die Hard. So, it's gonna be great to link up with all of y'all for sure and get a good Knicks talk, man. This is all love. This is all family.
This season, right? I want to get. They got like a bar right around the Garden. I forget. It's like the Irish pub type joint there.
Oh yeah.
I want to go to that one game.
Hey man, you know I'll be out there, man.
I'm coming up.
Mario Triple M don't live too far from me.
I live close to there, man. You know I started the viral video outside the Garden. You know that was Triple M in the building. Yeah.
Shout out to my man in the building, man.
We outside.
I know it felt good being out there, yo. It felt mad.
But I definitely want to hit that bar right there. They stuff you go there and get some nice wings before the game and get crazy.
It's mad good too. The wings is good too. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. It's right there across the street.
Yeah, they don't got that kind of stuff down in Charlotte. You know?
Wow. Crazy.
Yo, we need you up here, man. You gotta take a road trip. You gotta take a road trip
up here. I'm gonna be up there, man, because it's especially with everything going on with the Knicks stuff, man, and my brother, he never gonna lighten up with it. He's gonna stay on me. He's gonna make I
hate the fact that he moved down there.
I was about to say, ever since I left New York, he been on me, man.
The family time.
Right. Yeah, that's real. That's real talk. You know what I mean? So I love you, bro. I know, son. You know what I mean?
Hey, you already know how I feel about you, man. Don't act like that. You ain't had to go run it all the way down.
You had to go run all the way down. Yo, man, we do this all the time. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm gonna be up there for sure. There's a lot of people I gotta mix up and chat with. When we do come up there, I'm gonna just
you gotta look at the schedule. Pick a game where we all just like whether we go to the bar or whether we do the game out there at the Garden. You got to pick a game. It's got to be that game though.
Yeah, right.
Yo, we gotta see
one of those dope games.
Yeah, like the versus Nets type of night.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
I just gotta say the word. I live 20 blocks away from the Garden. I bike ride it down there. So.
You can walk over there.
Yeah, you be. I walked. That day my video went viral. I was so hype. I walked all the way because everybody hitting me up. ESPN, Bleacher Report. I'm just like on my phone, like by the time I knew it, I'm already in the crib.
I was like, yo, we here.
Yeah.
We here in New York. What's up?
They had the Spider-Man dude out there and all that. That was crazy.
We outside.
He was bugging out. But yo, man, thank you, yo, guys. Let them know where the people can find you, man. Everybody in the chat and all that.
Yeah, for sure, man. You already know the vibes. This is your boy Triple M. Find me on Twitter, Triple M. What's up? And of course, at NYK Fans Wilding.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can find me at Don Juan 607 on Twitter. I mean, like Matt Triple M said, you can follow us on Knicks Fans Wilding. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and make sure to subscribe to our guys right here too, man. This was one great show. We had a great time. It was a pleasure to be here, and I can't wait to start making more content because season around the corner, man. We're about to turn up this year.
For real, man. And it was a pleasure, of course. And I love doing this. We're gonna do this more often. If anything, we gonna have y'all on as regulars and stuff like that. Cause
for sure,
we love having this going on. It's hard when we doing it by ourselves. We start yelling at each other. Dre start yelling at me and all that. We got other people on there. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more consistent. You know what I mean? It's dope. But yeah, man, I thank y'all for coming out. Dre, you got any last words you want to drop on?
Nah, man, just it's the off season. There ain't a lot going on. Just hold on in there.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Praise around the world. A lot of shit going on around the world. You feel me?
Yeah,
so
it's wild.
Just puts this little thing that we do just to get our mind off it, But praise up to people around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Praise up to people around the world for sure.
It's crazy. I forget I got kids while I'm up here, and then I take my headphones off, and then I hear them. I'm like,
yeah, you have to log out.
Back to reality. Yeah, I'm saying got logged out. Yeah, but yeah, man. Like I said, once again, thank y'all for coming, tuning into the God of Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed, Andre Jalil, Don Juan, Triple M. Thank y'all once again, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Peace.